Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Hindman, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how your public officials do their job or they completely pooch screw it up. And this officer just absolutely did one of the most heinous things you can make another human do. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, if you would subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you know when I put out another video. Thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do. Leave me a comment. And also, if you would, like and share because it helps my algorithms. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm getting there. Also, this comes from the Junkyard News. Again, they are the ones that did this. And I will try to stay out of it, but it's going to be really hard because it's just this gentleman, Michael Green, he's a former police officer, borough police officer, is one of the lowest life scumbag pieces of shike that you could ever imagine to be a police officer. If there was ever a poster child for police officers, this clown would be it. Just what a piece of crap. I mean, to what he did to another human being, you know, he only got 1 year and he should have got 10 at least. You know, they're just scumbags. Anywho, let's get on with the video and you guys will understand what I'm talking about. So go over to Junkyard News, tell them I sent you guys, show them some love, and subscribe and hit their like and share because it helps their algorithms.
A Pearl police officer appeared in federal court this afternoon pleading guilty to a Class A misdemeanor.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
Hello everybody, and welcome once again to another video here on the Junkyard News. And today, we're taking you deep into a story that isn't just disturbing, it's infuriating. What you're about to listen to isn't for the faint of heart. It's raw, unfiltered look at abuse of power and the devastating consequences when those who we trust to protect us cross an unforgivable line. This isn't just a story about one man's suffering. It's about a system that let it happen. And it might make you a little uncomfortable, it might make you angry, but one thing's for sure, it'll leave you questioning everything that you thought you knew about human decency. This story, coming out of Mississippi, came out earlier this year, and it's about a former Mississippi police officer who ended up pleading guilty to a federal misdemeanor charge of violating someone's rights under color of law. This isn't just as simple as making somebody ID when they didn't have to. This isn't about a false arrest. This is about a cop who had such disdain for the public, and possibly specifically racial motives, because he was a white officer and the arrestee was Latino. Now, the man who Green had initially arrested wasn't identified in documents by the court, only by his initials, B.E. It all started almost a year ago, December of last year, when Green, who was a Mississippi police officer, was called to a Sam's Club to investigate a disturbance. During his investigation, he made an arrest of a Latino man and took this individual, after arresting him, to the police station for processing. Once the officer and his arrestee got to the police station, the Latino man was placed into a holding cell, so Green and other officers can get ready to process him into the facility. After some time passed, the arrestee was seen on security footage knocking on the door, trying to get the officer's attention, any officer's attention, and inform them that he really had to go to the bathroom. His request went unanswered, and as officers scoffed at him, time went by. The man did again plead and beg to be allowed to use the restroom, for the holding cell did not have one. And when his request again went unanswered, the man, not wanting to urinate all over himself, went to the back of the holding cell in the corner and relieved himself on the floor of the cell. What happened next reverberated throughout the community and caused so much outrage that charges were filed against ex-Officer Green for deprivation of rights under color of law.
This is the premium garment duffel.
Yeah, but what he did, I mean, you know, you only get a year for this? Travesty.
45 liter by half day. It's a transforming 2-in-1 travel duffel bag for long weekends.
You see, security footage in the police department showed when ex-Officer Green noticed what the man had done and pulled him out of the holding cell, ex-Officer Green told the man, "You're fixing to go back in there, and you're gonna lick that pee up now. Do you understand me?" Now, ex-Officer Green did take the man back into the holding cell and told him to get on the ground and suck it up. He then used his phone to take a video of the arrestee while the man got on the ground and was forced to lick up his own urine. At one point, the officer did threaten the arrestee that he would beat the heck out of him if he did not lick every drop of urine off the floor. After the man had gagged multiple times, Green told him, "Don't spit it out." Now, the city of Pearl said in the statement that officials learned about the disturbing event during Christmas of last year and opened an investigation using an independent attorney. Green had worked for the Pearl Police Department for about 6 months after having worked for other law enforcement agencies in the Jackson area. It is rare for a law enforcement officer in Mississippi to be charged with brutality of some sort, although authorities typically investigate several cases each year.
Okay, did you guys catch that? That he had worked at several police facilities around the area? So this has been a problem child for the very beginning. It was one of those skip hop guys that go from department to department when he gets in trouble.
Of shootings by police. Now, the town of Pearl is in Rankin County, where 6 white former law enforcement officers, including some who called themselves the Goon Squad, had pled guilty to federal charges in the past in a racist assault on 2 black men. Now, city officials had come out when this happened and came to light and said that this incident is beyond deplorable. Michael Green does not represent the values and standards within the Pearl Police Department. The charged actions have both embarrassed and dishonored the faithful officers who serve to protect our city every day. The mayor at the time was quoted as saying, "The proper thing to do is take the gentleman to the restroom and to not do anything of this magnitude that would violate his civil and constitutional rights." Now, Michael Green had been charged on the federal level for deprivation of rights under color of law back when this happened, and he was sentenced to prison. He got a whole year. It's unknown whether or not he'll get time served and get out early, or if he'll have to serve the whole year in prison. Once he does get out of prison, he would be put on 1 year of supervised release. He did plead guilty to a charge of acting under color of law to deprive a person of his civil rights. Now, in the federal court, Green testified during his sentencing hearing, and he did take responsibility for his actions. And he said he regrets what he did that night. U.S. Magistrate Judge Andrew Harris shared the details of how Green had forced the arrestee to lick the urine off the floor of a holding cell at the Pearl Police Department, while Green recorded the incident and later shared the video with his co-workers like it was a big joke. How dehumanizing. That is just outrageous. If I was a federal judge and the guidelines allowed it in sentencing, I would have given this officer more than just a year in prison. I would have made an example out of him. Can you imagine being in that situation of that arrestee and having that officer come into a cell and tell you, if you don't get on your hands and knees and lick it all up with your tongue off this dirty floor, I'm going to beat the living F out of you. And then videotape the whole thing and share it around with his brothers and sisters in blue like it was one big funny joke. Disgusting. Thank you once again for watching this video by the Junkyard News. Be careful, people. I'm telling you, you never know when the next interaction you have with a Leo will highlight you in the next video that we produce. Thanks again for watching.
Like I said, beyond disgusting. It's just absolutely insane. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.